What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Dr. Umar Johnson is obviously a critical figure in the Pan-African space and also in social media black commentary. And of course, brother Dr. Umar Johnson has weighed in on the Ime Udoka suspension. And he says this: white female privilege is at it again. How can you lynch the brother and protect the snow? We'll blur out the other part. You know what he's talking about, right? Was she a victim here? Isn't this the same old slave plantation narrative of the innocent slave master's wife being molested by the sexually uncontrollable black monster? Okay. Now, let me talk to you brothers about this. And I know I'm going to shake some stuff up, but I'm going to say this. He's absolutely right. But now we cannot be stupid, Dr. Umar Johnson, because see, when you're playing in an environment in which you don't have the advantage, you can't make mistakes and then require equality. I'm going to say it again. You can't make the same mistakes and require and then demand for equality. How can you lynch the brother and protect the? Because as you said, and we'll blur that part out, right? But we live in a place of white supremacy. We are the minority. That's how they can do it. Because we are powerless. So why ask questions that you know the answer to? So once he took that job, once he went into that league, you don't think Ume Udoka looked around the league and understood that he was one of less than 5 black NBA coaches? He knew that. Just like if you're any kind of black man and you're living in a white neighborhood, you're a black doctor. You're coach of a NCAA football team. You know that. And you also should understand that your leash is shorter. You have less room for error. So now what we're doing is, once he has gotten called up, we're calling for the white lady to be treated like him. And we know that we're not going to get that. So why are you even asking for it? I'm sorry. What you're saying is right. But they're not going to put her out there. Because number one, if I'm not misunderstood, it's one of the VP's wives. So of course they're not going to put her out there. Because that is called white privilege. So why are you complaining about it when he knew better than to be dealing with her in the first place? Let me tell you something. You know, there are certain rough areas of any city. We can talk about Del Paso Heights, Oak Park. Now, somebody such as myself, I know better than to go into, certain projects in LA at nighttime, or in certain neighborhoods that I'm not known in at nighttime. Well, then you say, well, why did he get robbed? Well, he should have known not to be over there at nighttime or even in the day. G Parkway. Think I'm going over there in Sacramento? Hell to the no. Milwaukee. Certain pockets of East St. Louis, Missouri. Hell to the no. And then I'm going to get mad once something happened to me. I already know. And the one thing that I do know, you are a black man working for the Boston Celtics. Here's what you bet not do. Touch on a white man's wife. And here's what a lot of you brothers are doing. Y'all think y'all arrived. I'm going to say it. You brothers out here think that you have arrived. Because, oh yeah, I didn't went to school with the white people all my life. Oh. I live by them. I played basketball with them. I didn't dated white women before. So, clearly it's not a problem. And then until you get smacked right back down into submission, till they teach you who you really are to them, what your place is. And what your place is still always, as long as you in the United States and it's more of them than you gonna be relegated. Understand that. So you best come in, do your job. And if you want to sleep with people in the organization, go build your own organization. But what you're not going to do is work for other folks, especially white people, and do what you want to do. You can't work for nobody in the world and do what you want to do unless it's your own stuff. Go do what Tyler Perry doing. Go build your own company. Do what Oprah doing. Then you can do whatever you want to do. And then you're still going to get your ass sued. So we need to stop complaining about the consequences of what's happening when we do something, instead of saying, well, you know what? Well, why are they not lynching the white lady? When the real case is, he shouldn't even be in that position, Umar. He shouldn't be in the position. And one of the reasons why I feel that Dr. Umar is saying that, and this is just me, just me in general, because Dr. Umar himself found himself in a situation such as this in 2016, which he was unaccountable for the conjugal stripper thing, dealing with everything else, but the fact that you shouldn't have been doing that. Talking about the lady is doing this and the lady is doing that, and she's trying to sabotage his movement, when the reality is you shouldn't have been dealing with the woman in the first place. And Ime Udoka, we would not be talking about you if you wouldn't have been sleeping with that particular woman. It could have been anybody else, but not the woman that's your boss's wife. And we can't get around the buffoonery. We can get around anything that we want, but buffoonery we cannot get around. Okay? And that is the situation. And it's probably not the first situation regarding him on NBA teams. And black men gotta stop wanting to get equality. Well, why didn't it happen to her? Because nothing's going to happen to her. So stop crying about it until things change. What you need to do is be worried about you. Worried about why you don't have nothing. Worry about why you ain't getting fired and how you ruining your career for something you didn't work for 20 something years. How about you worry about that? Because if I get a job over there and they say, oh, you cannot sleep with nobody at the job, and knowing how Caucasians are, because they typically don't play. It ain't the black community where you can do whatever, kind of have a little bit more free will. This ain't that. So if they tell you that if you do this and you basically gonna get fired, I need my job, right? I'm not gonna do that. But this is what's going on. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We out.